Right then, this is a bit different. This is where I work to put all the videos together. So this is sort of It's Adventures HQ. Now in here, this is where I do all my editing and also put the images, the thumbnails together. This setup in the studio, this is quite new. Obviously, most of the recordings that I do, I'm outside, I'm messing about with the Defender or I'm doing something on the studio. So I thought I'd try something different. Setting this up in here and putting the microphone in place, and so you can see what I'm doing on the screen. I thought, a bit of a new thing, but it is a bit of trial and error. This is probably about the 5th or 6th time. Anyway, right. So, yeah, the other thing, you may notice that this is changed from the previous shot, because this is a pop filter, so help reduce the plosives. So when I'm close to the microphone, you don't hear all that popping and blowing and all that malarkey. I'm working on tidying up the It's Adventure logo. I've been having a bit of a play around with the images, and I've been looking at all the different types of software that's available on the market, and I didn't want to go for one of these blooming pay per month versions, because you're continually paying over and over and over again. Really expensive, and do you get the value out of it? I don't know. If you're like, I suppose if you're doing it every day, right, and that's your main profession, to edit images, then yeah, it's perhaps worthwhile. But for me as a YouTuber, basic YouTuber, I don't have enough subscribers to be able to earn money from this, and hopefully you might want to think about clicking on that link down there and changing that and helping me along a bit. But I used Final Cut for the first few years, and it's great, really good bit of software. I've got the full version, and then I saw a lot of buzz about DaVinci Resolve, that being sort of a more of an industry standard piece of software. So I actually bit the bullet. I bought myself an editor that came with a license for DaVinci Resolve. The idea being that I bought this fast editor. I got the license, put the license into my MacBook, and then I sold the editor. I think it ended up costing me about £75, something like that, for the full license. So it's really worked out quite good value for money. And I wanted to do the same sort of thing for the graphics. Now, within the videos, you've probably seen I've got a fair few graphics that I add in there. If it's a map and I've got routing through where I'm going, or if I'm showing a thing, and then there's also every single video you have to put together the thumbnail. So I wanted to get a cost-effective way of putting the thumbnails together. Now, you can use Adobe Premiere and you can buy a license for that, but the license for that, you have to pay every single month in, month out, whether you're using it or not. And it's quite expensive. I don't know what it runs to at the moment, but as a complete amateur who's not earning anything from this, I don't make any money on YouTube. This is all about fun and hobby for me. I wanted to get a more cost-effective way of doing it, and I found, after doing a bit of research, this software, Affinity. I've got to say, I'm not sponsored by Affinity. I wish I were, but this software is flipping awesome. Yeah, again, it is a license, but it's a one-off license. You buy it once, and that's it. You own it. And they continuously update, and they have dropped some new updates in here, which were flipping awesome. So this is Affinity Photo 2. And in here, it's kind of like paint on steroids. You've got a whole bunch of tools down the left-hand side, and you've got these things over the right-hand side, which are layers. Layers are really important in the way that you create pictures and videography, for that matter. The idea of layers is that you literally stack things in front of each other to build up an image. You have the ability to be able to then grab each layer, turn each layer on or off. So in this case, if we're looking at the layer that is the land is down at the bottom, what I can do is I can switch those on and off, see what it looks like with it, without it, and build up these images layer by layer. And as I'm doing this, you can see each of the layers, how it looks. Starting off with a blank page, green background, building up each layer by layer on top of each other to create the logo image. What I thought it'd be cool to do is to take each of the layers, which you can store, by the way, in Affinity 2. You can export each layer individually, and I've done that earlier. And take each of those and pull them into DaVinci Resolve to create a build logo sequence sort of run. So, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull each of them in. I'm going to have the Defender trundling along and then come into a logo. That's the idea. Now I just need to try and execute that, to try and make it all come together, to actually create some sort of coherent image for you. So let's go and give that a try and see how that works. I've got to work it out for myself yet, so I'm going to go and have a play, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I've done.
A few moments later.
So there we go then. That's the new It's Adventures logo for 2025. Yay! I'm chuffed with that. It's quite a bit of messing about with the various clips and the various layers that are produced there to produce those PNGs, pull them all together and to animate it. But it's kind of cool. I like how it's turned out. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You know, if this is something that you think is going to be worthwhile, more investigation for yourself, or if you want to know how I've done any of this, do let me know, and I'll see what I could do to put a video together for it and hopefully share a bit of what I've learnt. I've been doing this in DaVinci Resolve for about 2 years, I think now. Probably, yeah, about 2 years. Final Cut before that, probably another couple of years. Might even be longer. And then I spent a load of time with iMovie and just surf straight out the iPhone. But that is it. That is my little bit on DaVinci Resolve and Affinity Photo and the way that I use them, hang them together. Hope you found it was useful. I hope you found it interesting, and I do hope to see you again very soon. Oh, before you go, don't forget, if you want to see more of the Defender or the build of the studio, or in fact maybe some more editing stuff, then do click down there on that subscribe button and then click the bell and you'll be notified the next time I release a video. But for now, thanks very much for watching. My name's Rich and this is It's Adventure.